like rats.
Welcome back to the Goat Bros, where you never know what we're going to be doing next. It's Frog and Bird, and this week we're visiting our Cedar Ranch, the family property in Arizona.
Birdie, yeah.
No, actually pretty ugly.
Well,
over here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
We're at the ranch.
It's a beautiful morning here at Cedar Ranch, and we have a fun day of chores. First up, we got to get that generator fired up. Bird will work his magic and talk to this big Cam Cummins.
It's Arizona.
So we've got Sentimental backed up here next to the generator. We need to transfer 100 gallons of diesel fuel, and then we'll be ready to start it up.
Yeah, see, this is Big Bertha. This is the backup one, but it too has been sitting in here and the rats have been taking over.
Look at that. Rats.
I hate rats.
Hate them.
Dirty, rotten rats.
No good for nothing.
Hey, are you ready?
This generator provides electricity for the majority of the property here. Let's grab these sides, get them off, and we need to hook up the batteries. It's a 24-volt system, but what we're doing is, short of having a 24-volt battery, we're running two 12s in series. To do that, you have to connect the ground to the hot on two batteries, and you can see the rest. There we go. Got a full tank?
It's almost 100. See, look at that. It's there. So we're still good there. So I'm sorry, old girl. I know this is hard on us.
Nothing like a cold start, huh, Bird?
Man, nothing like a cold start is right. Golly. Keep clear at all times, okay? Amp breaker. This whole place.
The property's alive.
$2,000-gallon water tank. So this is the heart of this place. As you can see, we are flat, 100% flat.
So we'll run the water, we'll fill it up. Here off this tube we can see where we are, and then after we hit this point right here, we'll turn off the pump and we'll hook the air hose to it and fill the top with air pressure so that the tank's pressurized. This is an exciting project for me. This old 47 Chevy, this thing's a lot of fun. Talk about your barn find.
It's been many years since we fired this thing up, so let's see what we can do with it. I know that battery's history, but we might get lucky.
So these old cars, they ran on 6-volt systems. So that's a 6-volt battery. We don't know if it's going to come alive or not. We'll throw the battery charger on it and see if we can put some juice in it. But if it won't come alive, the bird and I are going to have to get creative on how we start this thing.
After all this time, does that battery have anything in it? I don't think we got anything. Oh my.
So Bird, what are you drinking this morning?
This is my mix of Mountain Dew and grapefruit juice. You know, that's a good mix. I love that. So, and for those of you folks, if you want to try it, I think you'll love it. It's not quite as good as with Cisco's drink, but I tell you what, you mix it with it, now you really got something.
While that battery is charging, Bert and I have a very important project that has to be taken care of for our brother-in-law.
Yep.
And that will involve firing up this Ford 8N tractor with its stinger on the back. And we've got to get that engine out of the back of Sentimental and set it next to the tractor. You think the old 8N will fire up, Bird?
It's been setting too for quite a while, but we'll see. It might get lucky. I have no idea. I hate rats.
Notice that rats get everywhere.
I hate those guys. Let's give it a little petrol. Just got a little chore fork today.
Unload this engine down at my brother-in-law's place. Hopefully this stinger will lift it. There's some debate on the weight of that engine. Maybe this tractor will be, you know, lifting the front off the ground. We'll tie it down if we have to. We'll figure it out. Garcia is building him a house right there. He's got the frame up for it. Well, this is the old Ford tractor we were talking about, and we have the rebuilt engine in the back of Sentimental.
We've introduced all the goat bros. We've never talked about the goat sisters. This is one of the goat sisters' place, and her and her husband working very diligently to build this.
You know, brother, you're introducing our sisters, but I have to say, I'm not sure the sisters want to be associated with the goat bros.
No, I don't know if they really want to know. So
no,
I don't know if they'll show their faces or not.
I think that's good.
You know, most people put bird houses and stuff out in their yards for the birds to come. Nice places for the birds, you know. Yeah. They love the birds. No, look at your sister. What does she do? She says that frogs are welcome.
Well, she has good taste. Okay, so here's the plan. We're gonna move the tractor, come underneath the bucket, and see if we can lift the engine out. Now the engine's heavy, but if we can get the engine out and set it to the ground, then we can pull forward and put it here where it needs to be. The stinger is too high for us to do the work under the bucket, right? But if we do the work here to the side, then we can drop the stinger down and then move forward underneath where we need to be. That, in theory, is what we're doing.
That is heavy on the theory side of that.
And I will add, if it doesn't work, then we'll cut this part out of the video.
Yeah, we won't even show you this
We'll
part.
do it the right way. Okay, stop.
There we go.
Well, look, that wasn't pretty, and I don't know what OSHA would say about that, but look, this Stinger and that tractor was not made to lift something so heavy as this engine. And what we did was move the chain here in the middle so we could get a little better leverage. Out here on the end, we had to lift too much weight. So,
but the problem is it'll lift it, but there's not enough weight in the front of the tractor. It lifts the front of the tractor. That's the catch. So
anyway, we knew all that was going to happen.
Yeah, but we got it.
And hey, a little bit of manpower on the end, and now it's in place. And for those of you watching, you can have a good laugh. We had fun. We're gonna unchain it, and it'll be ready when our brother-in-law is ready to put it in the tractor.
And we'll think of another way to get it in there. We'll figure out something.
Yeah, we're gonna need to put some wind in these tires. This one's running low. I think the other one.
I think wind will help this one. I think we'll have to get over here and change it. So. Yeah, this is a truck tire, an old split rim one. Hey, it worked.
Bird's putting some wind in the tires.
It's probably got fuel in it, but I know it's not very good because it's old. We'll give it some fresh stuff and see what we got. Well, we've charged this battery for a while, but it doesn't seem to be taking much yet, so I don't know if it'll survive or not.
This has the old Kickstarter there on the floor. Bert and I are tired of working in the dark, so we're gonna drag that 47 out so we can get some sunlight and work on it. Okay. Nah. Now we can see what we're doing.
Let's see what it does, brother.
All right.
Here, let me get, just in case. Okay, now go. Might live.
Oh, it's alive. Hey, I think we got it.
We better add some fluid.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh yeah, that'll do it right there. So what happened is we gave up on that 6-volt battery, we threw it to the side, and we put a voltage drop down in here. So it drops it from 12 to 6, or it's actually running about 8.
We dropped it from our father's 9N over here.
Yeah, we won't tell our father, but I think he'd be happy anyway. So we pulled it off the 9N, we stuck it here on the 47. And that's That's much better. That 6-volt battery is just not good. That's perfect. Look at here. They'll run great on 8 volts. 6 volts what they're made for, but 8 kicks it up and they run fine without any trouble.
The only problem with this is the generator's not going to work. So we'll get it out.
Nope. Okay.
It's just rusty.
All right.
Almost.
I gotta get a look at it, Bird.
It's almost done.
Oh, what do you think? This trailer, look what this is. It's a Plymouth. I don't know what year. We were guessing like about a 37 maybe early 40s. We'll have to figure it out. But yeah, it's the Honey wagon. Well, and here's Mr. Honey himself. I love it, Bird. Okay, look, I'm already seeing a bright future for this trailer and the old 47, but it needs a name. I don't know what we're gonna start calling this. Can't just keep calling it the 47.
Besides the fleet liner?
Fleet liner. It needs a cool name.
You remember what our sisters called it?
No, don't even say that.
It was called the Clown Wagon.
Well, that was because of
there
the
was a bunch of clowns running around and it was all those goat bros right
Nothing to do with the car.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's load up our tools and get down to the train.
Yeah.
You know, I'm really impressed. The paint job on the Honey wagon, or we call it the Plymouth Rock also. The Plymouth Rock and the 47 Fleet Liner, paint job looks pretty much the same. Basically bad, you know?
That's just what it is.
It needs a wash job.
Finally got stoppers. I pumped them until we got them. Now this thing's kind of fun. They call this a 3 of the tree. See, because you go here, you pull it down there, there's first. You want reverse, it's up there. Back to neutral, see it goes up and down. You go down, there's second, there's third. Where you're really going now.
And 3 on the tree, that was the way for probably 20, 30 years.
That's everything it was.
Yeah.
Nobody did anything else, so.
All right, I'll see you over at the car wash.
Over there. Okay.
This is awesome.
Go on.
Bert, I think we're ready.
Okay, ready to go for a ride?
These old cars are fun. If you've ever ridden in one, they look like they're big, but the cabin is very small. Clay and I are sitting shoulder to shoulder. And
I think that folks were just smalling then.
no, I don't think that was the deal. Okay, so we're gonna go get the air tank and bring it here and air it up. Air up the tires on the train. Is that the plan?
That's the plan. So, here's our view.
Oh, and the first view of the train.
There we go. This is our family lodge.
So I've attached the air hose to this tank. We're going to fill up the tank so that we can go down and air up the tires on that train.
Tank's full. Transmission fluid. All right, let's run down the hill.
What is this beast?
Our father's, what was I say? I was going to say vision. There you go. Many years ago, he had this dream of building this train to pull around all his grandkids. So he talked to me. So I started gathering parts.
Here it is.
Here it is.
Tell about the frame that this thing is built on.
Well, it started off as a motorhome chassis. Father happened to have this 1,000-gallon tank that he said that would make a great boiler. Here's where it started. And all I had to do was start putting the engine, trans, and everything together in it.
Dad was the planner, the engineer, let's call it. And Bird, he was the foreman. And this train was built in his shop.
Most of it. A lot of it was built right here. I just got the chassis going and the boiler on it and everything so it would work. And I brought it up here to the ranch, and Father kept going with it.
And then all the dressing you see, the fenders and these things on top. You've seen the Bird property there, and he's got an absolute gold mine of things.
Is that what it is?
It's a gold mine. And he found these things and put them on the tank and dressed it up pretty.
Yep. Just one thing at a time here.
And let's point out that the train has a beautiful cow catcher.
Yes, it does.
And a Suburban needs a cow catcher that
I don't think it should look like that, though.
No, but it still needs one.
Had a small block Chevy in it initially, coupled to a turbo 400 and a 4-speed transmission. But that has since evolved because carbureted engines don't like setting for long periods of time. Right now it has a 6.2 diesel in it that come out of a military truck, and that's what's in it right now.
Bird comes up with his reasons to rationalize his upgrades, let's call them. And the point of it is, the Bird could not stand this train out here without four-wheel drive.
Well,
I don't know why. It never
had
had any trouble going anywhere. Bird decided everything has to have four-wheel drive. His truck has to have four-wheel drive. His Suburban has to have four-wheel drive. And even his train has to have four-wheel drive.
It's a train. It had to have four.
Four drivers.
So it's got 4 drivers.
All right. So now it has four-wheel drive. It's got the diesel in it. And it's got the transfer case so the Bird can gear it low.
It's even more than that, because this thing has, and we'll show you in here, it has a turbo 400 automatic, 3-speed automatic, coupled to a 4-speed truck transmission, coupled to the transfer case. So you've got a lot of options in gearing here.
All right, let's look inside.
Okay. Well, this inside is what the problem is. That's a different kind of inside. That rat infestation that we got to work on. By the way, good luck, brother.
Yeah.
I'm going to put you inside the boiler. You get to go down and take care of that.
Yeah.
See, this is the business in here. This is what he was talking about, where you got the automatic here. You got your 4-speed here, and your transfer case there. The brake system was set up so, because you always have an engineer and you also have a fireman. But just in case it gets away from the engineer, the fireman has control of the brakes also. And the real reason why is because when you have loaded people...
See all that? It takes lots of people watching to make sure everyone's safe. And you got 2 people that can operate the brakes, either from this side or the engineer can operate them over here.
This is the throttle. So.
Now tell us about the steering wheel, Bird.
Do trains have steering wheels? Well, this one does. It's a pretty good irrigation valve Put it that way, but it works pretty good for this. So, you see, it really is a boiler here. It doesn't go anywhere currently, you know, but it is a boiler. So it's just for looking at.
Dad wanted it so that he could take his grandkids for rides, and that's what it does every time we have a family reunion. And I will say that it has been in 2 parades that I know of.
Father built the trailers. I brought him all the materials. They're, believe it or not, underneath of they're both Chevy Suburbans, both of them. And they're hooked to the steering, so it steers itself still as you go.
Now,
Yep.
Bird actually built a caboose for this thing,
Yeah.
but that's at his house. You've seen it in some of the earlier videos, maybe. Okay, now the problem is a couple of the tires need some wind.
Yep.
And while Bird does that, I've got to climb down in the boiler and de-ratify this thing. No one's looking forward to that job, but it's got to be done. You can see on top of the engine all the rocks and sticks and rat remains.
Dirty rats. There ain't only one way to get down that hole, brother. Access hole, that's it.
No fun. But I'll show you what's inside. You can see all the rat stuff on the engine there.
Yeah.
And the bird's beak poking through the other end. This has got to go. Rats. Truthfully, I do hate rats way more than gophers. We de-ratified it, at least enough for today. And while we're at it, we checked the oil over here and added some tranny fluid right here. And I'm gonna climb out of this furnace and we're gonna see if we can bring it alive.
The fuel gauge on this train is really technical, see?
Oh,
It has some, so. This fuel that's in here is pretty old. Still got a tire to take care of, see? We need to put some wind in that.
let's fire it up and then while it's warming, we'll wind the tire.
Okay. You got a lot of faith, don't you?
Absolutely.
The headlight's a lot of fun. Got a couple halogens in it. Tell me when you're ready.
Okay, here you are.
May have to give it a jump. This thing, it likes 2 batteries. I'm doing it on 1. You ready for a ride then?
Let's go. Well, it's a beautiful night for a train ride. Last time Bert and I worked on it, we couldn't get it to fire up, so we came with a little more preparation this time and a little more determination, and we put the 2 together and here we are. success.
Away we go. And look at our day. It's about gone.
That's a bird behind the wheel. Do you pick up riders?
This is a flag stop. So
It's a flag stop, okay. This is some very rough terrain for a choo-choo train. It's really impressive how nicely these two cars track behind the engine. It is following basically the same tracks, and the road is not straight. No railroad tracks would ever be this windy, but that's what it takes to run your train on your ranch. Thank you. Riding on the front of the train. Now, probably not the safest activity, but definitely worth it after working all day to get this train running. Okay, we're going to negotiate the train back in her stall. We park it right next to the lodge. It kind of helps keep the weather off of it.
There we go.
How was it, Bird?
It runs again. So
All right, that's worth high fives and fist bumps. That's fantastic.
there you go.
Hey, we hope you've enjoyed our trip to Cedar Ranch. Please click like and subscribe and join us again. Thank you.